And there goes the oil. This is not too much. I figured it would be. And it's nice and clean. It's just leaking right here. Oh yeah, there's my bucket. Wasn't so bad. Get my bag and put it over that so I don't drop anything. Everything out. This one may kind of be a little tricky. I got a zip tie that'll just keep everything, me from dropping something in it. It's just hard for me to believe there's so many 7/16 bolts on this thing. Normally 7/16 are, at least on a cat bolt, a 7/16 bolt is 11/16 head, which is what it's kind of weird. So I don't know if these are cat bolts or not, but then again, this thing's so old, it's kind of hard to tell. Back then they might have used a different size or something. See, the head on that one isn't near as tall. Probably gonna have to go through these bolts and replace a few. I love using cat bolts. The heads are so much taller, they're easy to get sockets and wrenches on, and the hardware is actually reasonable, so I use it a lot. I have bolts and bolts laying everywhere, but I don't have hardly any 7/16 stuff. If I had if these were 3/8, oh man, I could hook it up. I got so many 3/8 bolts, it's unreal. People just throw them away. Ouch. Knew that was gonna happen. Maybe this one. There it goes. I guess I broke it loose because I barely put any effort on it. I would use blue plugs, but don't really keep any of those here at home. Like I could probably buy all these bolts at Cat and spend no more than $20 on 16 bolts, and they'd have them all in stock. I am going to get new lock washers though, even though a lot of people say don't use them anymore. They've been working fine for 50 years. I'm sure they'll be fine for 50 more. I don't like to argue with nobody, but that's the way I feel about it. I guess I'm gonna have to loosen this one up for it to drop off that tube over there. I know a lot of people make fun of me working in shorts. To be honest with you, I fixed a lot more stuff in shorts. Yeah, there it goes. I don't mean to toot my own horn or anything, but I fixed a lot of stuff in shorts that people didn't fix in pants, you know, but it's pretty warm outside, so that's the attire I'm going to use. Alright, so I've already got this one done. Before I did it on camera, I just wanted to see what I was up against. All you do, take your O-ring, pop it down in there, take your sealing ring, there's 2 on each side, four in each one of these assemblies. So I guess you need 8, and then there's a seal that goes around here. You need 4 of them, just 2 on each side. But what I'm doing, so you might be able to see it a little better in this angle. This one was kind of down the hole, but I'm just gonna start it right here. It worked all the way in. Now I'm taking it and I'm folding it forward or inward. Sometimes it tries to twist on you a little bit, but you just gotta pop it in there and that's fine. if anybody's going to be doing this, but here's the part number for the O-ring. It's a 7J2036. These little white rings are 7J2037. And the other rings, I think, are 38 maybe. Yeah. J2038, so they're all really close in part numbers. 36, 37, 38. So yeah, I haven't done the sides. Pop these O-rings down in here. And I've already cleaned all this stuff and got all the debris out. Didn't really show that because, you know, that's time consuming. Nobody wants to watch that. Everybody wants to see the reassembly and finished product, so. And these stick out a decent amount, unlike the last ones. They were beyond, I would say they were flush with this, if not, obviously they were somewhat a little below, I guess, level, because obviously it was leaking. So anyways, without further ado, go grab my grease and lube all this stuff up. Probably will paint these once I'm done. And this cost, all these parts right here cost me about $130 or $140. Don't really think there's any aftermarket support for these. Could be wrong. I'm gonna use Cat Genuine stuff though, because I know it works. So go ahead and pop this down in here. It kind of sits down in this groove. I'm gonna go grab my grease. I don't know if you remember, I actually kind of forgot how these came apart, so I went back and looked on the video. This flat piece here was facing up when I was, you know, they were sitting in there like that, basically. So it's going to go back in that way. Don't know if it matters, because these part numbers are the same. These are all this stuff's the same. I don't think it matters, but I do remember when it was sitting in the machine, these part numbers were facing up, so I could see them. So if they're sitting in there like that, this flat part's this way. I remember both the bolts and the flanges coming from this side on both of them. So I'm gonna build them both the same, and everything should work out, hopefully perfect. Dang, I was afraid of that. It's gonna be a trick keeping this down. Put a little bit up here. Like I say, it's supposed to take an arbor press to do this. I don't have one. This dead blow is going to be my arbor press. I've never used an arbor press to build a swivel. Usually just use a dead blow, or usually they're not that hard to go in. Everything's clean, no debris. There was a little bit of rust here. I cleaned that up, clean this up, clean these up. Yep, this is upper seal. My dead blow's kind of flying apart on me. Just gotta be careful. I don't really know how you're supposed to keep this seal in. And that would be flush. Is coming, it's close. There it goes. You can check right here. Let's see if you cut any of your seal. I'm pretty confident you would feel it in the grease. But now I gotta try and work this in. I would normally let this thing just kind of work it in, but I'm kind of afraid to do that, honestly. Let's see where it's kind of started at. So I made this video a little over a year ago. Looking back at the video, probably could have done a better job. I'd never done this job before, but looking back at it now, definitely can give you guys some pointers if you're looking to do this on your 977 or 955. Same principle. It's basically, if you've ever done a swivel, any type of swivel, like what, you know, whether it be on an excavator or that's primarily what I see them in, excavators, and I guess these old track loaders or track excavators. So the best thing you can probably do, I would probably still tap it in there with a dead blow like I did and make sure everything's lubed up. That flat seal that you see me talking about, just make sure it's lubed up. Don't really worry about that too much. When you set the swivel joint in the press or arbor press or shop press, whatever, it doesn't take very much. It's just the even pressure is what makes it go together easily. When you press that together, that flat seal will actually it'll just pop right in there. It doesn't look like it would, but it will pop right in there. And then you just take those two blocks that you see me take apart. I don't really think I showed them when I went back together with them, but it's what holds the rotor into the body and keeps everything in place. You know, while it's in the press and it's still under pressure, slide those in, then take your release the press, and you're ready to go at that point. These things you can probably do one if you're taking your time cleaning everything up. You can probably do one per hour. I mean, it's really super simple as long as nothing's tore up and it's just a straight reseal. It shouldn't take more than an hour a piece. And I mean, that's pretty much, this is probably one of the easier jobs you can do on this machine. But I hope this clears it up a little bit. If not, I'm pretty good at answering questions that do come up. Just comment on it and do my best to answer your questions.